This easy berry sauce recipe is one of our favorite ways to enjoy fresh and frozen berries, whether they're blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, or whatever kind of berry you like. It's a simple, sweet, and delicious topping for yogurt, ice cream, waffles, pancakes, pound cakes, whatever you would like to use it for. Whether in the height of berry season or leaning on frozen berries in the midst of winter, we often turn to this delicious homemade berry sauce for its bright flavor and versatility. Hey, I'm Daniela, the vegan mom, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this simple, delicious homemade berry sauce. Whether we're using strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, it doesn't matter, whatever berries you like, and they can be either frozen or fresh. So here we go. Now this is what you will need. You will need 2 cups of blueberries, a tablespoon of lemon juice. Now I have a frozen piece of lemon, but it'll melt once I put it on the stove. You need a 1/4 cup of sugar, and I'm using monk fruit sugar, not regular sugar. And you're going to need a teaspoon of cornstarch and a 1/4 cup of water. And of course you're going to need a pot to cook it in. All right, so those are your ingredients. Now let's go to how to make it. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your blueberries in a pot, and then you're going to add the sugar and the lemon, and then you're going to put that on a stove and let that gently simmer for a little bit. Now next we're going to take a teaspoon of cornstarch, put it in our water, make kind of like a slurry out of it. Gonna stir that up real good. And then we're gonna pour that into the blueberries and then stir the blueberries until they start to thicken. And then turn the heat off and let everything cool down. And make sure that you stir frequently. Now we're gonna pour our blueberry sauce into this, well, you don't have to pour it into another container. I'm just doing that for this video so you can see it better, because this is a see-through glass container, and here you can't really see anything. That's why I'm pouring everything into here. Now let's give this a taste test. It's a little bit hot. Here we go. This is so good. Now what you can do is you can either just kind of leave it like this with the berries being whole, or you can use an immersion blender and just blend it up maybe just a little bit. Leave some of the big berries in there, but you can blend it up a little bit. And I will go put an apron on in case this splashes. I don't want this to be splashing all over me, so I'll be right back with an apron, and we're going to put the immersion blender in there and blend it up a little bit. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. I got my apron on, my protection, and here we go. Whoa, it already splattered a little bit. Okay, I don't want to be doing it much more because it already broke up most of the berries, and I kind of liked having the whole berries in there, but having it like this is great too. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put it in like a little jar. And this also makes really great presents. If you don't know what to give for a birthday or Christmas, just make them something like this and give it as a present. This is great. I mean, they can use it. It's not something that will stand around like a knick-knack. It's something that they can use and appreciate. And it's fast and easy to make. and it's a really great present. All right, let's get a jar and put it in there. I'm gonna have to wipe this thing off. All right, be right back. So I have a couple of different choices for jars. I can either use this old pickle jar. I of course washed it out. So yeah, you can reuse old jars, or this little pudding jar. And if you have a bunch of these little saved pudding jars, you can make little portions and just give little taste teasers to different people, or put it in this little mason jar. But what I think I'm going to use this marmalade jar from Germany that my mom gave me. This is where she had her homemade marmalade and jellies in. And it's really cute, has this cute little lid with, I think these are oranges and blueberries. Well, yeah, blueberries, so that fits right in. So I think I'm going to put everything in this little jar. And here is another one from Germany. It has like little fruits printed into the glass, and the lid has a bunch of different little fruits on it. So yeah, again, this came from my mom's house, and it reminds me of home. So I think I'm going to be using these German jars and put everything in here. All right, here we go. I don't want to be spilling it on that. There you go. Put the lid on it and refrigerate, and use it whenever you want to put it on yogurt, pancakes, waffles. Even you can use it as a spread. Well, I guess as a spread it got a little bit too thin. You can put a little bit more cornstarch in it. That makes it more thick. So, but yeah, I like it. You can even just eat it just like that. Let's put the rest into this little German jar. Careful. This reminds me of being back home in Germany and canning vegetables with my parents. We had a big garden in Germany, and my parents have a farming background because my parents are actually from East Germany, and they had big farms, and that's where they learned, you know, all these farm tricks. And as a child, I would be going to the forest and picking raspberries and blueberries from the forest, and we come home and we would wash them and prepare them for canning. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it, because then all winter long we had fresh marmalade and fresh jelly. Well, we didn't really make jelly, we made marmalade with a lot of the fresh fruit still kind of in it. But this is a simple, easy, and delicious way to make homemade berry sauce. Now, today we made it with blueberries, but you can do the same process with raspberries and with strawberries or blackberries, even with, what are the other berries? I can't remember the English name right now. In German, we call it Johannisbeere. And they're these little tiny red berries, and they're extremely sour. Well, if I think of the word, I will put it in writing into the video, but in German it's called Johannisbeere. All right, here we go. I'm so proud of myself, yay. Okay, enjoy making this and let me know how it goes. So, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and become part of our vegan tribe. And don't forget to watch the previous video where I showed you how to wash and store fresh berries for up to 3 weeks in the refrigerator. So that video, I'm gonna list it up here. All right, so until I see you in the next video, may you be well and may you know peace. Bye for now.